Developers define the build before coding with an AI coding agent. holaOS is an open-source AI agent workspace where Claude Code, Codex, or its built-in agent can work across connected tools, files, apps, browser access, and one shared memory in one place. The same holaOS workspace can run Claude Code, Codex, or its built-in agent while sharing memory, tools, skills, and apps across whichever agent is active without switching between separate agent environments. holaOS packages Claude Code, Codex, and its built-in agent into one open-source workspace, where whichever agent runs shares the same memory, tools, skills, and apps, side by side without switching. Needle 2 is an open 45M parameter tool calling model packaged as a single 14 MB binary, designed for phones, wearables, smart home devices, and robots, with a full session using about 28 MB of RAM. Needle can accept a large tool catalog, but its retrieval head renders only the top 5 tools each turn and constrains the grammar to that subset before producing a tool call. Needle 2 puts a 45M parameter tool calling model into one 14 MB engine, with weights baked into the binary, no separate model files, and inference that does not use the network. Modly is a desktop app for Windows, Linux, and Apple Silicon Mac OS that turns photos into 3D models using open-source AI models running locally and entirely on the user's GPU. Modly supports Windows, Linux, and Apple Silicon Mac OS, but running it from source requires JavaScript dependencies plus a Python backend, including a virtual environment and the listed Python requirements. Modly turns an ordinary photo into a 3D model with open-source AI, and it runs that image to 3D generation entirely on the local GPU inside a desktop app for supported platforms. Ego-lite is a macOS browser where a developer and AI agents such as Codex or Claude Code can work in parallel, sharing the same logged-in browser state instead of giving control only to a built-in agent. The README reports that, against a conventional CLI approach, ego-lite completed complex workflows up to 2.5x faster with fewer tool calls, while its reusable skill claims similar later tasks can run up to 5x faster. Ego-lite is a browser built so you and AI agents like Codex or Claude Code can work in parallel on the same tabs, with agents able to reach your existing logged-in browser state. Spec-Kit is an open-source toolkit for spec-driven development that asks developers to define what to build before building it, and it supports more than 30 AI coding agents across CLI and IDE-based assistants. Spec-Kit supports more than 30 AI coding agents across CLI tools and IDE assistants, while also exposing extensions, presets, and a specify CLI reference for adapting its spec-driven process. Spec-Kit provides an open-source spec-driven process for defining what to build before coding, then works with more than 30 supported AI coding agents across CLI tools and IDE assistants. The practical takeaway is to compare each tool against your own workflow before choosing, because this roundup does not establish which option is best for your setup, priorities, or constraints. Pick the repository that best matches what you want to try, open its project page, read the setup instructions, and decide whether it fits your workflow before you install or run anything.